Hi everyone, it's Nicole here from Sydney English Teacher and from the Successful English Learner by Sydney English Teacher. And I'm coming to you live on my Facebook page and on my YouTube channel with episode 13 of my Question of the Day series. As you know, if you've been listening to the previous episodes, I'm here every day, Monday through to Friday, to give you lots of helpful English learning tips and suggestions so that learning English is a lot more fun, a lot more, what should I say, productive, and a lot more successful for each and every one of you. So keep coming back and joining me every day for a new focus question. What are we talking about today? Well, the question for today is, how many words should I learn per day? You know, many people ask me this question. They say, Nicole, how many words do I need to know to speak English? Or how many words should I learn every day or every week or every month? And I always give them the same answer. And that is that we should not focus on a number. Instead, we should focus on our method of learning, how we learn these words, so that when we do learn vocabulary, we're actually learning it properly and adding that word or expression to our long term memory bank. We don't want to learn something and then forget it in one day, in one week, in one month. We want to invest that time properly and get the best results. So today I'm going to give you some tips about this particular question and how many words you should learn so that you get the best results possible. Are you ready? Number one, you need to focus on quality instead of on quantity. What do I mean by that? Well, it's not about how many words you learn. Instead, it's about how you learn them, what you do with them, and whether you actually add them to your long term memory. And more importantly, whether you are able to confidently and accurately use and understand these new words. So you don't want to learn a new word only to have to relearn it a week later or a month later or a year later. So, as I said, don't focus on quantity and on learning long lists of words. Instead, focus on quality and on learning a smaller amount of words properly so that you only need to learn them once and they become part of your own personal vocabulary bank. How does that sound? Next, never learn more than 5 to 10 new words every day. You know, some people rote learn long lists of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of words, which is fine, that's okay. But the problem is that they then forget these words in a few days. It's impossible for anyone to learn hundreds and hundreds of words and then to have them in your long-term memory, to be able to use them effectively, confidently, accurately. So you might remember them for 1 or 2 days, but after that, good luck. So, rote learning lists of hundreds of words is really not the way to do it because you are wasting your time because you just have to learn them over and over and over again. Instead, focus on learning just a handful of words, but focus on learning them properly and learning them every day. Focus on making this small handful of words your own. Be able to use them, be able to, understand them when you hear them or you read them. Make sure they come naturally to you without really having to think too much about it. So, look, think of it like this. If you learn new words just 5 days a week from Monday to Friday, and Saturday and Sunday is revision day. So, if you learn just 5 days a week from Monday to Friday, and you learn 5 words a day, that's 25 words a week that you 100% know and can use. That's 100 words a month. And you know what's even better? That's 1,200 words per year. How incredible is that? That's much better than rote learning hundreds of words today and forgetting them tomorrow. So focus on just 5 words a day and you will get 1,200 words per year that you 100% know, that you 100% can use, and that you are confident with. Let's think of it like this. If you use 10 words from Monday to Friday, so if you learn 10 words, the maximum number of words, 5 days a week, that is 50 words per week. That is 200 words per month. And wait for it, this is the exciting part. That's 2,400 words per year. How incredible is that? Okay, so never learn more than 5 to 10 words a day, 5 days a week. And you know what? Those words will be in your long term memory bank if you learn them properly. Sounds amazing, doesn't it? Just remember that next time you learn a new word. Next, and this is connected anyway, you need to learn vocabulary consistently. You're going to be much more successful if you learn a little bit every day than if you learn nothing for a few weeks and then try and make up for it by learning hundreds of words. So a little bit every day, because small steps lead to big results. Commit to a number. Think of a number like 5. Okay? Commit to that number 5 and learn 5 words every day and stick to it. And as I said before, give yourself a holiday on Saturday and Sunday. Saturday and Sunday should not be for learning new words, it should be a revision day. So consider Saturday and Sunday the days where you revise the new words that you learned that week. You use them, you write sentences, you know, reinforce what you've already learnt. So learn consistently every day from Monday through to Friday, 5 or 10 words, as I said before, and you will get huge results and be much more successful in your vocabulary learning for both now and the long term. Next, I'd like you to start learning synonyms. If you're really focused on wanting to increase your vocabulary bank and wanting to add more words to your knowledge, well, synonyms are the key. What is a synonym? A synonym is a word with exactly the same meaning, but it's a different word. It's an alternative word. We might have test, and a synonym is exam. So there you go, quite simple. So, learning synonyms is a really quick and effective way to build your vocabulary and to increase the number of words that you know. You already know the meaning of the word, you've already learnt it. Now you're just learning an alternative word, an alternative way to say this word. So you don't have to learn what it means or how to use it anymore because you've already done that with the alternative word. You've already learnt test, now you're learning exam. So if you want to really quickly develop that vocabulary bank and add as many words as possible to it, synonyms is the only way to do that. You've done the hard work, now you just learn the alternatives. And it's actually a really fun way to learn words as well. So there you go. Synonyms are the key. Very quickly, the points I want you to remember from today's episode. Focus on quality, not quantity. You know, it's not about how many words you learn, but actually how you learn them and how you make them your own. Quality. Next, learn a maximum of 5 to 10 words per day, never more than that. Okay, replace that old bad habit of rote learning, long lists of hundreds and hundreds of words, and forgetting them, and instead focus on 5 to 10 words every day. That consistency, that what should I say, capping the number of words will really make a big difference. Number three, as I just mentioned, learn consistently. Okay, learn new words every day, Monday through to Friday. Don't skip a day and use Saturday and Sunday to revise these words, to use these words, to make sure that you 100% know them and can use them. Consistency is the key. Okay, that's what's going to get you the results that you want. And number four, start learning synonyms. You know, you can really quickly increase your personal word bank if you learn synonyms. You also save a lot of time because you already know the meaning. You've already learnt the original word, now you're learning the alternative word or expression. So there you go, the 4 things that I want you to remember from today's episode. A quick bonus tip for you. Vocabulary is really the key to language success. You know, you can't be a confident, competent communicator in any language if you don't know very much vocabulary. So it's important to realize that you need to constantly build your vocabulary bank. You need to constantly add to your vocabulary bank on a daily basis. We need to learn new words every day, every week, and build that personal vocabulary bank as much as possible. You know, you need to do this at any level of English, whether you are a beginner, whether you are, you know, in the middle, intermediate, or whether you are advanced. It doesn't matter where you sit on that scale, you know, beginner or advanced level. You need to add vocabulary every day because vocabulary learning never stops and it should never stop. And this is really what will push you to the next level and what will give you that confidence to communicate in spoken and written form. So remember, vocabulary is the key to language success, and at any level, you should constantly add to your vocabulary bank. And that's easy and fun. You can do that. If you have any other questions or requests, please get in touch at this link or in the comments section below or by email or messenger and let me know what your question is. I'm more than happy to add that to my question list for a future episode. Thank you so much. If you really enjoyed today's episode and you'd like to learn some more from me, come and join my learning community. We have a great website and blog. I've got great online courses, a learning library, my amazing Facebook page and Facebook group with a community of thousands of learners from around the world, and my great YouTube channel with hundreds of learning videos. go and have a look. If you enjoyed today's episode, please share it with your family and friends so that they can benefit too. And do come back again tomorrow for another Question of the Day episode. I'm here every day, Monday through to Friday, sharing lots of amazing practical tips on learning the English language and how to reach English language success. So do join me. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope to see you again tomorrow. And do get in touch if you have any questions or requests. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day. Bye.